Next, we're going to look at Kyerematen and the Boakye Agyarko matter. My concern about this matter is that Boakye Agyarko here is the protagonist. He was to compete with Addai Nimo in the matter. The laws are clear, and 2 days ago, Adom-Otchere, the chairman of the National Council, was quite upset, and so is Professor Michael Quay, about the things that they say Kyerematen is saying about the committee. Michael Quay says he's a man of integrity, he's done this thing all his life, and the rules were clear that when there's a second round, a decision will be made by the National Council as to who constitutes the electoral college of that second round. They said the rules are clear. It was told Boakye Agyarko, and Boakye Agyarko said he's not interested anymore. Now, Kyerematen appears to be more worried than Boakye Agyarko. He appears in this context to be more Catholic than the Pope, because even in basic legal law, Kyerematen will not be allowed to sue on this matter because he has no community of interest with the situation. The courts will not entertain a writ from him on this matter. If he goes to court and sues and says, MPP have cheated Boakye Agyarko, the court will ask him that, where are you coming from? You're a busybody. What is your interest in the matter? That's what even a court will ask him. But in his public conversations, Kyerematen has used this as part of the basis why he's unhappy with the MPP, a matter that concerns Boakye Agyarko, who remains in the MPP. Anyway, let me not talk too much. Let's see what Boakye Agyarko said. Let's see what Kyerematen said about this matter to Evans Mensah.
Look, I had serious challenges with some of the processes for the Superdelegates Conference. How is it that you set up a presidential elections committee, chaired by a very distinguished leader of our party, Professor Michael Quay, and then you come out with guidelines for the conduct of the primaries. And then you indicate that in the event of a runoff, that the superdelegates who voted in the elections prior to the runoff would be the same people who vote in the runoff. These are guidelines that we all sign on to. We go through the superdelegates election. Well, fortunately, I'm part of the 5, but there's a tie for the 5th position between Boakye Agyarko and then Addai Nimo. Straightforward matter. Let the rules work. Then the National Council sits and then make a determination or decide that they will set aside the rules that the aspirants have signed on to, and that they will now become the delegates to decide on the runoff. Is that proper?
So we heard it. He says, is it proper? But the truth of the matter is that the rules are very clear on the prescription for the runoff. Who constitutes the electoral college in the runoff appears to be allowed, the rules appear to allow Michael Quay's committee, the elections committee, to make that determination. The electoral college that is predetermined, prescribed and written down is the 900 or 800 and something that voted for the 5. Where there's a runoff, either for number 1 position, 2, 3, or 5, the election committee will make the determination. Some party foot soldiers are saying that there's economic situation is difficult. Why should they do in a runoff between Boakye Agyarko and Addai Nimo at 5th position, then deploy all the resources across the country for 890 people to cast the vote again when they can meet at the head office? And the National Council is the second highest decision-making body of the party, and all the members of the National Council are part of the Electoral College. That's the explanation that was given. But Mr. Kyerematen is not happy with it. Fair enough, that's okay. But Boakye Agyarko is the man in charge of this matter, and you heard Mr. Kyerematen. This is the complaint of Mr. Kyerematen's team that I can't associate with. Something that concerns 2 people. Both of them are happy with it, but you are not happy with it. It concerns Addai Nimo and Boakye Agyarko. Addai Nimo is going through because Boakye Agyarko withdrew from the contest. Both of them are happy with it. Well, they may not be happy, but both of them have kept their cool and stayed in the party and continued with the process. But Mr. Kyerematen, who is outside, who is one of the 5, says that because of this thing that happened is one of the reasons why I'm leaving the party. That part I really cannot reconcile with. That, as I already said, even if Mr. Kyerematen takes out a writ to sue, the court will ask him for his locus, and he will be found wanting. Whether he can properly form himself as a party to a legal action of this matter, that involves Boakye Agyarko and Addai Nimo and the National Council and the MPP party. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Well, unless maybe he sues that he's an MPP member and that the party's constitution was being violated, that he may be able to sue. But I'm not sure whether anything outside that will work for him to be able to take legal action. Anyway, well, this is what Boakye Agyarko himself had to say after journalists spoke to him after the event. This is what he said.
My party, right or wrong, I stand by you. My party, right or wrong, I stand by you. That does not mean your party will not do you wrong. But your party does you wrong, you still stand by your party. Criticize your party inside, not outside. Sort our matters inside, not outside.
Well, he said his party right or wrong, he stands by his party. It doesn't mean the party will not do you wrong, but it just means that you have to learn to stand by your party, right or wrong.